A very good morning, 7th standard. This is discussion video of Block 10, Aurangzeb and the Marathas. So get ready with your content book, notebook and the worksheet that is required. So do the required changes only. If you had written the answers, correct answers you have written, need not to change anything. Use your own language to write down your answers. Second thing, I will not take block 11. We will start volume 2 of few blocks were remaining in civics. Those I will take first. Got it? The tests are also not be taken so that we can complete our portion early. Now get ready with your worksheet. I'm not going to attempt few of the easy questions which I think you are able to do so. Got it? So I will precise my discussion in this video and coming of the videos also in the discussion video. Now you need to work little hard to complete your work, as you need to read and understand the answers to write it down. Now let us move further. Rebellions in Aurangzeb Empire. First one you can do by your own. Second, give reason for for each of the revolts. Jats. Why did Jat revolt? Jats were unhappy because their social status remained low even after their improved economic position. Sikh. Sikh revolted as Sikh revolted as Aurangzeb started interfere in the religious matters of Sikh and Rajputs, and the killing of the Guru Tegh Bahadur also become one of the reasons to revolt against Aurangzeb. Satnami were angered by the murder done by a local Faujdar. The Mughal crushed all the rebellions, they emerged stronger than ever. Do you agree? Yes, as crushing the revolts helped Mughals to establish Mughal authority again. Aurangzeb and the Marathas. Fill in the blanks there. I'm not going to attempt that. Now, the second question, give examples to describe Shivaji's expansion policy. He was given 36 villages by his father. Afterwards, he gained control on hill forts near Pune, such as Rajgarh, Kandana, Torna. By following major expansion policy, Shivaji conquered Satara and Konkan. Now the next question, was the Treaty of Purandar a success for Mughals? Give reason for your answer. I don't think the Treaty of Purandar was a success for Mughals, as after some time Shivaji refused to accept the suzerainty of Mughals, and by few of the wars or attacks he controlled many of the forts again. Describe the importance of following in the Maratha kingdom, Sardeshmukhi and Chauth. Chauth and Sardeshmukhi were the taxes levied by Shivaji or the Maratha Empire on the Mughals. Chauth was a tax levied on non-Maratha territories to ensure that Marathas would not invade their territories. This was in form of 1/4 of the tax of the income. Sardeshmukhi was an additional tax which was 1/10 of the revenue levied by the Mughals. Sardeshmukhi was levied to pay tribute to King Shivaji. Describe the structure of Shivaji's government. Shivaji's government was basically based on Ashtapradhan. Ashtapradhan means 8 ministers. Mandal was appointed to help the king. 8 ministers looked after the 8 departments. Head of the Ashtapradhan was Peshwa. Others were Amatya, Sachiv, Mantri, Senapati, Sumant, Nyayadhish, and all were paid according to the types of duties. The Mughals had a superior army compared to that of Shivaji, yet they had trouble defeating the Maratha king. Why? Shivaji followed guerrilla war techniques in which few people were there who were well trained and could move faster and more quietly than others. They ambushed their enemies and won battles. These guerrilla wars were suitable for the hilly landscape of Deccan. Now, come to the practice question. Describe the socio-economic condition of the Jats. They were rich, but they were not considered as the equal status. One similarity between the Jat and Satnami, both were peasants and both believe in monotheism. Why did Sikh establish the Khalsa? The Sikh established the Khalsa under the leadership of Guru Gobind Singh. The execution of Guru Tegh Bahadur had far reaching consequences. Now they thought that if the execution would be held like this, their community is in danger. To protect their community, they established it, a militarized brotherhood or Khalsa. Now, how did Marathas come into power? In the initial stage, Marathas families got important post in Mughal Empire, and slowly they become more powerful and started conquering few of the regions of Marathas. Afterwards, Shivaji became more powerful and he controlled many of the forts, hill forts near Pune, Rajgarh, Kondana, and Torna. And slowly he expanded his empire and conquered Satara and the Konkan. What was the Treaty of Purandar? The direct answer is given. I am not going to tell it. What was the Treaty of Purandar? Why did Shivaji feel insulted in the court of Aurangzeb? How did it affect the Treaty of Purandar? Shivaji felt insulted in the court of Aurangzeb as he was remain stood in between of the Mansabdars. After returning from his court, or he there is a story of his capturing and after his releasing. When he came back, the Treaty of Purandar was broken as he did not accept the Aurangzeb suzerainty and fight for the forts to take it back. Write any two measures taken by Shivaji which helped in making the Marathas a powerful kingdom. So you can write any of the measures taken by Shivaji, such as central administration, provincial administration, revenue system, social and economic policies, forts and military. You can write any of the measures. What taxes did the Maratha rulers levy? So Chauth and Sat Deshmukhi, you can describe it. What tactics did the Maratha use to deal with the army of Mughal and Deccan kingdoms? I had already discussed it, guerrilla war. How did the Deccan policies of Aurangzeb affect his military? Deccan policies weaken his army badly, as well as his economic condition also become worsened. Who were the Marathas? Marathas were the group of people lived in Maharashtra, you can say, and who were the predecessors. Marathas were a group of warrior class who had a position in courts of Deccan kingdoms such as Golconda and Bijapur. Okay, and who were the predecessors? Predecessors of Shivaji were Babaji, his grandfather, Shahji, his father, after that Shivaji. How did Shivaji manage to defeat both Afzal Khan and Shaista Khan? Aurangzeb sent huge troops under the leadership of Afzal Khan to fight Shivaji as he was becoming more powerful. Afzal Khan tried to trick Shivaji into visiting him alone in his open camp. But Shivaji was able to murder Afzal Khan and capture his artillery and gain control of the important Panhala fort. In the same manner, Aurangzeb instructed Shaista Khan to put a stop to Shivaji's rising power. Shaista Khan captured Pune and made it his headquarters. However, Shivaji entered Shaista Khan's camp in disguise one night and killed his son and wounded Shaista Khan. Did the Treaty of Purandar fail? Yes, the Treaty of Purandar failed as he did not accept the suzerainty and he was able to recapture the forts again. What were the consequences? What were the consequences of Aurangzeb's Deccan campaign? The consequences were the military of Aurangzeb became weakened and the economy system also affected very badly. Can we call Aurangzeb's reign successful? Give reason for your answers. No, according to me, the reign of Aurangzeb was not a success. Why? The reason was as he was always engaged in crushing revolts and controlling the Deccan. His reign was not peaceful and he did not rule ever happily. I hope you understood it. If you do have any problem, please write me in the comment section. Ask me the question. If any doubts are there, then tell me. I'm waiting for it. Thank you and have a nice day.